Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Hello everyone, it's February 18th. Today's Everyday Human reflection is titled, Up, Up, and Away. If you know me, or if you listen to the episode 0 introduction of the Everyday Human, you will know that I also love and write comic books / graphic novels, whatever you want to call them. I have Samurai Grandpa, A Guardian, Lost Souls. I have a comic set in my post-apocalyptic universe called Dead World, and the comic is called Mother. And I have a number of short comics, short stories in comic form or illustrated prose as well. So I love the visual medium of comic books. I love the art that goes with them. I love that it can do things that prose alone cannot. It is a beautiful form. And yeah, I just love it. So today's reflection was inspired by one of my favorite Superman graphic novels or miniseries, whatever you want to call that one. And this one is Superman for All Seasons. And this one was written by Jeph Loeb with art by Tim Sale. They were an incredible team. Tim Sale passed away in 2022 or 3, I believe. It has lettering by Richard Starkings and colors by Bjarne Hansen. Comics, I have to say, are an incredibly collaborative medium. They would not exist without each person who contributes to the book. So I would be remiss to not include the other people who worked on it. Now, this is a beautiful Superman story. It's a very human superhero story, I would say, in that it focuses on Clark Kent's humanity over his powers. And this is my favorite type of superhero story. It spans 4 seasons, as the title might suggest, and each chapter is narrated by a different character. You have Jonathan Kent in spring, Lois Lane in summer, Lex Luthor in fall, and Lana Lang in winter. It's a lovely story, and the art and colors are just beautiful. There's an iconic double-page spread where Clark and Jonathan Kent are standing in a field and watching the sunset. And it's just a stunning and quiet page where Clark asks his father if he ever gets tired of seeing it. And his father says, "No, never have. Guess I never will." And anytime I read this book, I just kind of stop at this spread and just look at it. It transports you there. It's beautiful. Okay. Anyhow, this is a great story. If you can't tell, I really love it. If you like comics and you haven't read it, or even if you don't like comics, check this one out. All right, here's the quote that inspired today's reflection. And this one was narrated by Lana Lang in the winter season. It goes like this. When I was away from Smallville and the world began to hear about this Superman, it didn't matter where I was, what country, what city. I would hear talk from people questioning why there was such a man. People wondered why anyone with those kinds of powers and abilities, if it were true, would use them to help others and not for their own benefit. Now, you know this is fantasy because we're talking about somebody with great power and status using those things for good rather than for their own gain. That's kind of a little joke looking at the world we live in right now. But that's why these types of characters exist, isn't it? To inspire us and teach us and give us hope for humans doing the right thing. Okay, here's the reflection. Easy as hell to fall into the trap. To buy what you're being sold. To eat the dishes you're being served. To want more. And do whatever you can to push your own status, your own bottom line, your own accumulation of stuff. Just look at the world you live in. It's an unfortunate thing for a child to be taught that money is important, that the earning of it comes before spending quality time with them. I can't play right now, honey. I have to work. Don't waste that. That costs money. Don't break that. Your mother worked hard to be able to afford that. All sorts of things we say, meaning well, that serve to build the foundation of money being a bedrock of our existence, and that we must use our strengths and talents first and foremost not to help others, but to earn a living. But you know what that really means, earning money, status, stuff, don't you? Easy to fall into the pessimistic trap that comes as a side effect with this realization, but fear not. If you look carefully at the examples of a quote-unquote successful life, the ones that are forced into your mind via screens and feeds, you'll see that these examples are few. They are the shadows on the wall of Plato's cave. The examples of people hoarding billions of dollars in a digital vault or corrupting governments to gain more through loopholes and tax cuts, spending hundreds of millions on super yachts rather than using their powers and abilities to help others, are limited to a few thousand individuals out of billions. If you look up, though, you'll see there are so many people out there using their limited economic means and their infinite powers and abilities to help others. The artists paint and sculpt, bringing joy to the senses. The writers write, bringing empathy and other perspectives into clear view. The teachers teach, sharing knowledge of the past and lessons for the future. The first responders risk their own lives to save the lives of strangers. The parents love and the children play. These powers and abilities used to help others are worth more than all the zeros in the world, because when you die, none of the other stuff matters. So ask yourself, have you fallen into the trap, or have you soared above? And there ends today's reflection. In your journal, on a scrap of paper, or on a scrap of napkin, or while you're looking out the window, today it's a beautiful, rainy day. Ask yourself the following. How am I using my powers and abilities to help others? A lot of people out there need help right now. Maybe you need help right now. And if you're able to offer help in any way you can, maybe that's creating something, building something, or simply being there for someone, listening to them. I hope you will. And I will do the same. And that's all for today, February 18th. I'll be back tomorrow, February 19th, with another reflection. I hope you have a good one, and take care.